One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Wake your ass up, fool. John J. and Rich. What's crack-a-lack? And this is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John J. and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John J. and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
104.7 Kiss FM, John J. and Rich. You can text our show. You text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. You can also call us right now at 877-937-1047. Listen to this. Yesterday, I was in shambles yesterday. Yesterday, I was like a mess. And I told you guys I took this shot of CBD oil before I went to bed the night before last, right, from Kyle's Friends Company to Genesis again. It was supposed to be an eyedropper, 1 or 2 eyedroppers. I didn't have an eyedropper, so I just kind of chugged out of the bottle, right?
Like a shot you would take at a club when you're really only supposed to have a few drops.
Yes. So yesterday, I was like groggy all day. Even driving into the studio yesterday, I was like, whoa. And then I went and met a buddy of mine to go hiking. And on my hike, I was like wobbly. I was like, man, I just didn't feel right. So I went to my friend Chris, who's the guy I work out with, and I was telling him. So we started going over everything, and guess how much extra I took?
Yeah, I was wondering about that because that's got to be 5 times.
30.
Oh my gosh.
30
times the dose that I was supposed to take of
How
CBD
did you
oil.
guys figure that math out?
Because we got the bottle that I had, we subtracted it from another bottle, put it in the shot glass.
That seems like a process.
Huh?
When will you learn?
I know.
You can't, you always like dose yourself.
I know.
You're like, well, if the average dose is 2 pills, I'm 2 times bigger than the normal person. I should have 10 pills.
Yes.
The math does not
It
match.
doesn't match. I mean, the one time I did that where it was dangerous was with cough syrup, and then Rich took me to the hospital.
Oh my gosh.
Well, because he was slurring his words,
I know.
he couldn't talk out of the left side of his mouth. I thought he was stroking out on me.
Oh, jeez.
So I was like,
That's scary.
if I didn't take him to the hospital, I thought maybe it would have gotten really, really, really
It was
bad.
cough syrup with codeine in it. I just took the lid off and just chugged. I thought this is the normal person has one little thing. I just,
See, you're a normal person.
I weigh a lot more than normal person. Anyway, 30 times CBD. But I did learn a lesson because, I mean, if I didn't have to get up to come in, I bet you would have had a great night's sleep. If I would have stayed
So
in bed.
that's the plan moving forward. If you need a good night's
When
sleep,
I need a good night's sleep,
shot glass.
Shot glass of CBD from 2 Genesis again. She should start selling CBD shot glasses.
No.
You wake yourself up at 4 in the afternoon, feeling all refreshed.
Yeah. Anyway, so Peyton, what is your issue with your face?
I'm breaking out like no other right now, and I don't know what's going on. I had a huge rash on the side of my face like all week last week. So I've been trying to get rid of it. And so I'm like so oily and greasy because when I break out, I just feel like I just need to throw vitamin E all over my face. But I ended up on beef tallow TikTok, and I need to know if people are actually using beef tallow on their face. Because if they are, and it works.
Just talking about this yesterday with Jenna. I was like, I'm on beef tallow TikTok too, and I'm like, my sisters and I, we want to start our own beef tallow business.
Oh,
It's everywhere on TikTok. Why all this? Because aren't they
It's
trying
all
to?
the rage.
It is
What
trying
is
to
it?
get back in
What-
French fries too, right?
It's like
in restaurants.
beef fat.
Yeah,
it's like fat from beef.
Yeah, and I think you can cook with it, but people are literally taking it and like sludging it on their face.
It's like the newest beauty trend.
Okay, so you see it on TikTok, Peyton. What is it? What does the TikTok video do? They're like washing their face with beef fat?
Yeah, they like wash their face and then they show this jar of like beef tallow and they take their fingers and they scoop it out and they lather it all over their face and then they go to bed.
Like a moisturizer.
Oh, you sleep with it on?
Yeah, you just
like
go
a
to bed.
moisturizer.
Oh, I don't know what moisturizer is. I mean, I put cream on my elbows, and that's about it. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's moisturizer for your
right, but I
ashy
mean,
elbows.
so people put moisturizer on your face and go to sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what. So last night I literally had a face mask over my mask. I had one over my face. I had those feet little mask things too. I had like a total self-care day at home, but it's just because I'm freaking out about breaking out because I'm one of those people who've been very blessed where I haven't really struggled with that in my life. and now all of a sudden I want pimples everywhere.
But
I'm so mad.
I don't know what you're talking about. Your skin looks perfect. Or is
Thank
that
you. You don't see this pimple right here on my face? Because I do.
barely?
One pimple's a
Maybe it's
breakout.
starting to go away.
Well, you said
It is going away, yeah.
you said you feel greasy, whatever, right? But then you also said earlier, yesterday, I think it was, that you had your first seafood boil.
Yeah.
Could that be related? The seafood
Possibly.
boil? What is in a seafood boil?
A seafood boil is like there was crab and potatoes and corn and an insane amount of butter and seasonings and things that are probably not good for you.
When did you have that?
I had that last week. Honestly, I did eat pretty poorly last week, so that you may have just solved my problem.
That's what I did.
Good job, John.
I had a salad last week, though.
Well, that's good. I had a salad last week. Is good.
And what about, you said something also about your lip filler? Is that part of the beef tallow thing?
No, it's not a part of the beef tallow thing, but I think I'm going to have to get my lip filler dissolved, and it makes me really sad.
Why?
Does that mean you're not going to let it just go away at its normal pace? You're going to get it surgically removed?
Well, you don't have to get it surgically removed. You, go into the person that does your lip filler, and they, inject some type of solution that breaks down the filler in your lips.
Why would you do that?
Because my lip filler is, starting to migrate, and I can tell.
Migrate where?
It's just, going up a little bit higher, up into my lip. So it's, the filler isn't staying exactly where it's supposed to, but that's just what happens. I mean, I've been getting lip filler for, 2.5 years now.
Do you find yourself staring at the mirror too often? Are you just noticing things that nobody else would ever notice?
Maybe.
That's what, but I feel like you notice more about your own face than you do other people's.
Yeah.
I just don't even look.
Yeah.
Don't
I know
even
when
bother.
I look, I'm like, oh no, that. Oh no, that.
Yep.
You guys you gotta walk past something that's just sort of reflective really fast, and then it's not a problem. And make sure it's kind of dark.
Okay,
Right.
so if you do some sort of, transitive theory where if A equals B and B equals C, then A must equal C. If you have lip filler and the seafood boil and you have a new set of pimples in your face, couldn't they all somewhat be related? If lip filler equals this and seafood boil equals that, couldn't lip filler equal pimple? If
I
it's
guess.
migrating, you're saying it's migrating all over your face?
I don't know.
I mean, you've got stuff in your face.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I do have stuff
You've
in
got
my
stuff
face.
in your face. You have pimples coming out, and
Are
you're
you
like,
saying my lip filler caused my
maybe.
pimple?
Couldn't it be all kinds of
feeling
stuff?
When's the last time you washed your pillowcase? It could just be
Boom.
that.
A week and a half ago, actually.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'll
I
take
actually think it might be my makeup brushes, if I'm being for real.
Yeah, that's a big one too.
Keep your makeup brushes clean,
that.
ladies.
Isn't there some theory too? If you break out on your chin, it's food. If you break out on your cheek, it's stress or something like that.
Oh, I've never heard that. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, we need somebody who knows that stuff
Yeah.
to
I'm not.
I might be totally wrong, but I've heard that before. The deep ones are stress, and then the chin ones are usually food.
Well, from where I'm sitting, I can't see anything.
I can't either.
Your face looks nice and smooth.
Thank you. Looks like I'm doing a good job of trying to bring it back.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.